Hello everybody, welcome to the summer session for Management 255 Principles of Salesmanship. This orientation will take you through a brief explanation of the course and the materials. This is not to teach you how to use Blackboard. There's tutorials for that, and we'll take a look at where those are here in just a minute. So let's call up what the Blackboard screen looks like. So when you're going to sign on, if you haven't used Blackboard before, it'll look something like this. You'll notice that you have student tutorials available to you. Even if you've taken the course, you may want to run through those again. You'll notice that you have help support lines here. You'll want to use those if for some reason your Blackboard doesn't seem to be working right. You have a hard time getting on to the program, or you keep getting thrown out. You want to call the tech support people. They recommend you use Firefox, Mozilla, and do not use Internet Explorer, especially when you're taking a test or a quiz. Don't use Internet Explorer. It tends to lock up a lot, whereas the Firefox and even Google Chrome work much better. And Google Chrome also works good when you're wanting to call up and look at one of the videos too. Internet Explorer, again, just doesn't seem to do a very good job. So you'll go ahead and you'll log in. Okay. Your login will look a little different than mine. I teach a lot of courses, so there's a lot of them sitting there. But let's go ahead and call up Principles of Salesmanship. And I like mine to land on the home page. And you go check the announcements and see if anything's been posted recently. I try to send you an email when I have an announcement for you. But just in case, it probably pays for you to call those up and look and make sure. If there's a schedule change or something, I try to remember to notify you. The faculty information is a little bit about me. Okay, this is the course menu over here. Okay, and all these buttons here contain the information you need for your course. So you click to start here already because you have found the orientation. Okay, so let's take a look at the syllabus schedule. Most important thing is the syllabus, of course. Read this in detail later when you have more time. I'm going to hit a few highlights. You note in here, here's your textbook. If it doesn't look like that, you have the wrong text. We go down here, and if you are late, you have a 2-week grace period. If you are late with your homework and quizzes and exams more than 2 weeks, you'll get a 25% point reduction. That's not waivable. We use the VU grading scale. And of course, the last day of the course, when it's the last day, it's over with. I go away, the course shuts down. And if you don't have everything in by August 10, you won't get any credit. Discussion boards, when you answer them, should be at least 150 words in length. Okay, so let's go. The schedule. And this is basically the schedule you should do your best to keep up with. Don't use your 2-week grace period unless you really need it, or it won't be available when you really need it. There's when your exams are. Exam 2 is your final. Okay, this schedule, if there's any conflict within the course on scheduling dates, this overrides. Okay, and you begin your work with the weekly readings. Each chapter has its own folder. And in there, there'll be maybe I've given you some lectures, maybe there are videos to watch. There's PowerPoints in every chapter, but don't just look at those thinking you're going to do well on the test. You won't. You need to read the chapters. And here are your weekly assignments. Assignments follow your text by chapter. These are all links, so you'll click on this link, you'll answer this, and you'll submit it. Weekly quizzes follow your chapters. Quiz 1 covers chapter 1, 2, etc., etc. Exams, when you're ready to take your exam, obviously I need to change those dates due, which I'll do, but you click up your exams and submit at the very bottom when you're done. Don't hit the bottom submit until you're really finished. They're timed, so pay attention. You will have a presentation to make for a sales case. This may change slightly between what you see here and this has not been updated yet, but you'll have a sales presentation, you'll write a sales memo, a sales letter, and make a PowerPoint presentation. That's all due at the very end of the course on August 7th. Discussion boards, you'll call these up, and there'll be questions to answer and post to the discussion board. You should talk to each other through this, the other students through the discussion board. I'm sorry, I have a hard time talking today. So in other words, write your answer and then respond to a student's answer. Extra credit will be available if you have completed everything else in the course. In other words, if you've completed all the quizzes, text assignments, and exams, you're eligible to do these extra credit items and get some additional points. Okay, so that's it for this summer session. Let's everybody have a good session.